Group of student athletes has taken the Western soccer to new heights, both on the field and with their academic success in the classroom. Please help us recognize these 8 student athletes and their dedication to Viking soccer. Our first senior is joined by his parents, Javier and Gloria, and his brother Alex. This forward is a 4-year letter winner for the Vikings, appearing in 48 career games and making 15 starts. An explosive offensive weapon, he has scored 8 career goals, including 4 this season. He also has 4 assists. Please welcome to Harrington Field for the final time, a midfielder from East Wenatchee, number 4, Johan Espinoza. Our next senior is joined by his parents, Amanda and Chris. This midfielder has seen his role continually grow in 3 years in the program. He has appeared in 9 games this season, scoring his first career goal on the road at St. Martin's. He was a 2-time GNAC All-Academic Selection, pursuing a degree in kinesiology and exercise science. In addition to his role with the Vikings, he was also a key piece to a championship with the Bellingham United. Please welcome to the field, a midfielder from Olympia, number 23, Elliot Rains. Our next senior hails right here from Bellingham after a 1-year stop at Pacific University in Oregon. A 4-year letter winner for the Vikings, this defender has appeared in 49 collegiate games with 31 at Western, making 5 starts. He recorded an assist on the game-winning goal earlier this season right here versus St. Martin's. An English and linguistics major, he is a 3-time GNAC All-Academic Selection. Please welcome to the field with his parents, Kevin and Christy, defender number 25, Danny Fazio. Our next senior is joined tonight by his parents, Rika and Masi, and his girlfriend, Sophie. A 5-year member of the program and 4-year letter winner, he has appeared in 50 career games while making 22 starts. This versatile player has combined to score 8 goals with 3 assists for 19 points and has 4 career game-winning goals. A standout student athlete, he is a 3-time GNAC All-Academic Selection and a 2021 Western Male Scholar Athlete of the Year. He is a double major in international business and Spanish. Please welcome to Harrington Field for the final time, from Bellingham, number 24, Alessandro Tomasi. Our next senior is joined on the field by his parents, Mark and Karen, a 3-year member of the program after transferring from Northern Michigan. This goalkeeper has had a breakthrough season in 2022, recording 8 shutouts for the 2nd most in a single season in Western history. He's also recorded a top 10 goals against average in the Western record book. He has made 22 career appearances with 20 starts between the pipes to the Vikings, with 16 coming this season. Also a standout student athlete as a 2-time All-GNAC academic team member, he's pursuing a degree in marketing. Please welcome to the field from Okemos, Michigan, goalkeeper number 29, Patrick Reston. Next in our senior celebration is joined on the field by his parents, Lane and Dennis, girlfriend Marissa, brother Carter, sister Caden, brother-in-law Bennett, grandparents Bob and Vicky, and Elaine and Larry. A 5-year member of the program, he is a 2-time All-GNAC selection as a player and a 4-time GNAC Academic All-Star. This standout student athlete is nearing his degree in physical education and health. On the field, a stalwart defender, dangerous offensive weapon, and team captain. He has 75 career caps as a Viking to rank 5th all-time in games played. He has scored 3 goals to go along with 3 assists. Welcome to the pitch for the final time here at Harrington Field from Enumclaw, a defender, number 26, co-captain Tegan Eldridge. Our next senior is joined on the field by his parents, Mike and Tracy, and girlfriend Cammie. A 5-year member of the program, tonight he will set the all-time Western record with his 75th career start. A 2-time All-GNAC selection and 4-time GNAC Academic All-Star, he has etched his name in the Western record book as one of the finest student athletes to ever wear a Viking uniform. He's also been a 2-time Western Male Scholar Athlete of the Year and is closing in on graduation with a double major in finance and accounting. On the pitch, he has scored a pair of goals with 7 assists at the midfield position. Please welcome to Harrington Field, number 16 from Bellingham, Gus Peel. Our final senior tonight is joined by his parents, Doug and Crystal, grandparent Doug, grandparent Bonnie, and his son, Sebastian. This senior midfielder is a 5-year letter winner who has played in 73 career games, putting himself in the top 10 in program history for career caps. This season he has scored 1 goal, the first of his career, and is amongst the GNAC leaders with 5 assists. And in his final season as a student athlete, he made the GNAC all-academic team as a physical education and health major. Please give a warm welcome to our final senior taking the field at Harrington Field. Number 20, a midfielder from Mount Vernon. Give it up for number 20, Dakota Stamps. Fans, your 8-member senior class for the Western Washington University men's soccer team. We'll now take some pictures, continue the warm-up, and we'll go into the normal pregame routine. Yellow Jackets of MSUB. The captain, number 23, Brian Maxwell. At goalkeeper, number 1, Jerry Campagnolo. Number 2, Kojia Koila. Correction, Koila Thomas. Number 5, Guillermo Gonzalez. Number 7, Callum Bryan. Number 8, Pascal Pisarek. Number 10, Vladimir Fogt. Number 16, Edgar Ramirez. Number 19, Camden Beck. Number 24, Jack Jarrett. And number 33, Jeremy Briquet. Fans, your MSUB Yellow Jackets with the head coach, Aaron Champenoy. And now for the host Vikings of Western Washington with this starting 11 announced by head coach Greg Brisbane. His assistant coaches are Matt Zagulis and Kyle Langowski. In the midfield, a senior co-captain from Bellingham, number 16, Gus Deal. At goalkeeper, a junior from Federal Way, wearing number 0, Brandon Locke. In the midfield, a sophomore from Bothell, number 2, Lucas Hakamada. At forward, a senior from East Wenatchee, number 4, Johan Espinoza. In the midfield, a freshman from Auburn, number 5, Ryan Roeder. At forward, a freshman from Sweden, number 7, Alvin Jonsson. At defender, a junior from Buckley, number 17, Mitchell Hutter. In the midfield, a senior from Mount Vernon, number 20, Dakota Stam. At defender, a freshman from Sweden, wearing number 21, Joar Tidlon. At forward, a senior from Bellingham, number 24, Alessandro Tomasi. And at defender, a senior co-captain from Enumclaw, number 26, Tegan Eldred. Fans, on Thursday, Western Soccer lost a dear friend, supporter, and number 1 fan in Ron Higginbotham. Ron touched the lives of so many in our community, but the impact he had on our student athletes is one that will never be matched. The nicest person you will ever meet and the biggest Vikings soccer fan there ever has been. Prior to a moment of silence for Ron, we're going to ask the fans to join us one last time with the call that Ron was famous for. So on 3, I want to hear you in your loudest voice give "In the Net Western" so Ron can hear us loud and clear. 1, 2, 3. In the Net Western! Please join us now in a moment of silence for Ron Higginbotham. Thank you. Your fans can now direct their attention to the flag to the right of the scoreboard for the playing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome to Harrington Field. I'm Adam Race on Viking TV here for senior night for Vikings men's soccer as the Western Washington Vikings take on the visiting Montana State Billings Yellow Jackets. Vikings coming into this last game of the season sit at 11-4-3 overall in the season, 7-4-0 in GNAC play. It's been a great season for the Vikings. MSU coming into this match 5-8-3 overall, 3-5-3 in the GNAC. Vikings coming off a heartbreaking loss away against Northwest Nazarene University, which mathematically eliminated them from contention for the GNAC championships, but coming out here to honor these seniors and hoping to pick up a win to finish out the season, perhaps give themselves a chance at an at-large bid for the D2 championships. It's a bit of an outside look, but Western's here to put on a show and show why they might deserve that outside look. And of course, here on senior night, we'll be honoring the 8 senior class members on this Western team. Johan Espinoza, Gus Deal, Dakota Stams, Elliot Rains, Alessandro Tomasi, Danny Fazio, Tegan Eldridge, and Patrick Restum. A couple very notable things among those seniors tonight, one of which being that Gus Deal, with his start tonight, has set the Western Washington University starts record. 75 career starts for Gus Deal, a record previously held by Drew Farnsworth, graduating last season. Tegan Eldridge as well, the other co-captain, moving into a tie for second place with Drew Farnsworth at 74 career games played. Congratulations to Gus Deal and Tegan Eldridge. What a great achievement. Two of the best to ever wear Viking uniforms. A couple players who have showed their class on the field and in the classroom as well. Some GNAC academic selections as well as all GNAC selections. Many honors for both of those players and all the other seniors here tonight. Vikings looking to finish the season off on a high note as Alessandro Tomasi kicks off to Ryan Roeder to start things off. MSU coming off a 2-2 draw with Simon Fraser University is immediately a ball over the top. Tries to find Albin Janssen here on senior night. Eyes will be on Albin Janssen, the freshman, as always, who's been the leading scorer in the GNAC this season. 19 total points leads the GNAC. Very impressive debut season for Albin Janssen. It was a very impressive start to the Vikings season in general as they went off to their best undefeated start in program history. First 10 games of the season, did not pick up a loss, or 7-0-3 before dropping their first game, 2-1 at Simon Fraser. That was back on October 6th. Prior to that road loss, the Vikings were one of just 8 undefeated programs in NCAA Division II. A previous record for best start to a season was 5 undefeated games, 4-0-1 back in 1997. So it's been some unprecedented highs of this season for the Vikings. You know, they would have loved to finish that off with a GNAC title, but just falling just short in Nampa. Went into the 89th minute with a 1-0 lead. 2 goals in a 75-second span. Let that lead slip. Let their chances at GNAC title for this season slip, but what a season it has been. MSU sitting one position behind the Vikings in the GNAC standings, although there is a significant gap between the two teams. Western Washington on 21 points on the season, MSU Billings on 12 points for the season. For the Yellow Jackets, it's been a lot of draws. More draws than wins or losses. That's really cost them in the standings. Just running down the wing right now. Trying to play it into the middle, but it's cut out there by Ryan Roeder. Tegan Eldridge, the co-captain, running down the left wing. Tries to lay it off to Albin Janssen, but will go for a throw-in instead. This is a team that's done so well on both sides of the field. These Vikings recorded 9 shutouts in 17 games this season, leading the GNAC, ranked 13th in all of Division II. That ties the single-season program record, 9 shutouts. 2001 team, the last one to do that. Dakota Stams running with it now. Plays it off to Johan Espinoza. So back to Roeder. Plays it all the way back now. That back line is Yor Tidblom. Back to Stams. Long ball over the top. Running after it was Yohan Espinoza alongside Tomasi. Espinoza took a spill, and MSUB will clear that out for a Western throw. Ball to Dakota Stamnus. Cut out. Stamnus still fighting for it, though. Does get it now. Earns the throw. Well played to Pascal Pisarek. Plays it to that back line again. Yohan Espinoza cuts it out in a dangerous area. Janssen looking to run onto it. Janssen in space. Janssen shoots outside of the foot, just wide on the right side. Would have been a nifty little finish from Albin Janssen if he had been able to slot it away outside of the foot. Just beyond that right post. Yohan Espinoza in the right place at the right time to cut that one out and spring the attack suddenly. Montana State Billings goalkeeper Jeremy Campagnolo will be happy that that one sailed wide. Vikings have been a top 3 offense in the GNAC as well, sitting at 3rd in goals average, as well as allowing less than 1 goal per game on average to lead the GNAC. No other team has less than 1 goal per game allowed. Western sitting in the area of 0.8 goals allowed per game. Stalwart defense this season. Here's Roeder playing a ball through, looking for Janssen again. Falls to Espinoza instead. Espinoza finds Lucas Hakamata on the right wing. Hakamata cuts it back. Gives it back to Stamnus. Now to Roeder. All the way back to that Western back line's been so solid all year. Far side, Tegan Eldridge. Vikings .882 goals against per average. Sits at number 4 in program history and number 27 nationally at the moment. The Vikings early on have been trying to find Albin Janssen over the top. It's been effective for them all season. Janssen tallying a league best 7 goals, 19 points. 7 goals and 5 assists this season. That one's played on the wing now. Camden back on the left. Lifts it into the middle. Headed away. Hakamata can't get clean contact with it, though, and it'll fall back to Beck. Beck where it can get Stams. Hakamata with the help defense. Lays it off now to Brinkett. Springs his man, sends it into the middle. Cut out, though, and back to Alessandro Tomasi, looking to work on the counterattack. Long lofted through ball. Just not perfect contact there, but Janssen chases after it and maintains control. Espinoza spinning around, gets it to Tomasi. Gus Deal. Deal, the Bellingham native. A couple of Bellingham natives out on the field. Tomasi and Deal both had outstanding careers in the blue and white. Last time these two teams met was in Billings. It was a 2-0 victory just last week for the Vikings. All-time series, Vikings lead at 22-11-3 against MSUB. Tegan Eldridge is going to be called for offsides on that one. Current 6-game undefeated streak against the Yellow Jackets. 4 wins and 2 draws in that time. The Vikings sitting at 11-4-3 this season. It's the 17th time that the Vikings men's soccer team has hit double-digit wins. That's in 42 seasons of competition. 5th time in the last 9 seasons, so it's been a good run of form for these Vikings. That one on the far side finds Maxwell. Maxwell trying to play in back. Beck stays on his feet, working at Stamnus. Great defense from Dakota, though. They'll go out for a goal kick. And goal today for the Vikings. A little bit of a change is Brandon Locke. Patrick Restum made the majority of the starts for the Vikings this season. Had a great season, one of the best, in fact, in Vikings history, putting up a historically good goals against average as well as shutouts number. One of the best goalkeepers in the GNAC this season. Senior out of Okemos, Michigan, transfer from Northern Michigan. Roeder looking to find Tomasi. Tomasi does get on it. Johan Espinoza was looking for Lucas Hakaman on the right wing, but it was cut out by the captain, Brian Maxwell. Now finding Beck. Camden Beck gives away to Kona Stamnus. Johan Espinoza running with it. Ball lifted over the top, looking for Tegan Eldridge on the far side. Eldridge with a strong first touch. Trying to keep it in bounds, and he does. Excuse me, did go out on the back line. Will be a goal kick for MSUB. Junior goalkeeper out of Copenhagen, Denmark, Jeremy Campagnolo. It's a very international team, this Yellow Jacket squad. Players out of Denmark, Germany, England, Sweden. Liking themselves, boasting talent such as Sjora Tidblom and Albin Jansson out of Sweden. Players coming from far and wide, converging here tonight on Harrington Field on senior night. The last week of GNAC play. That one does fall to Tidblom. Gives it up to Tegan Eldridge. Tegan Eldridge takes a touch towards the middle of the pitch. Tries to center over the top. No one made the run, though, and it's cleared away by Thomas. Finds Lucas Hakamata on the right wing. Controls it with the head. Plays it back to Deal. Starting for MSUB today, Campagnolo in goal. Kolja Thomas, Guillermo Gonzalez, Callum Bryan, Pascal Pisarek, Valdemar Vogt, Edgar Ramirez, Camden Beck, Brian Maxwell, Jack Jarrett, and Jeremy Briquet. Started tonight for the Vikings with Brandon Locke, Lucas Hakamata, Johan Espinoza, Ryan Roeder, Albin Jansson, Gus Deal, Mitchell Hutter, Dakota Stams, Sjora Tidblom, Alessandro Tomasi, and Tegan Eldridge. Albin Jansson got ahead on that kick from the goalkeeper. Didn't lead to anything, though. Good press, though. Vikings averaging 1.67 goals per game. Right now, third in the GNAC. I'll tell you why they're third in the GNAC, because SPU coming off a 9-0 home victory against Western Oregon University, moved them into second place. Nice little move there by Eldridge to get into some space. Great sliding tackle, though, from Pascal Pisarek. Wins back possession. Pisarek now on his run of his own. Trying to work it past Roeder. Lays it off, but it's cut out very well by Deal. Deal looking to spring a counterattack. Long ball over the top, looking for Albin Jansson. Not long enough, though. Johan Espinoza on it now. Plays it over to Lucas Hakamata. Has a lot of space on that right side. Hakamata sends the cross in. Johan Espinoza now in the box, has a crack at it. And that's going to end up on the softball field. Espinoza had a little bit of space in the box to shoot. Just got under the shot, though. Lifted it over everything. Play is switched over to the captain, Brian Maxwell. Maxwell, one of the seniors on this MSUB team. Yellow Jackets celebrating senior day in Billings a couple weeks ago. Now, Yellow Jackets have a shot. Another one. Still in the box. Back with it on the far side now. Blocked again. Great defense by the Vikings, blocking shot after shot. Maxwell running with it, working against Hakamata on the left side. Slide by Hakamata. Possession isn't lost, though. Maxwell still with it, backed up by Beck. Hakamata still doing battle in that corner. Back to Beck. Tries to do something with it, just kicks it out for a goal kick, though. Tandem of Ryan Roeder and Lucas Hakamata shut down the Yellow Jackets trying to develop an attack in that left corner. Vikings all time have a .635 winning percentage here at Harrington Field. 41, 21, and 12 since the facility opened in 2014 on the south of Western Washington University's campus. Combined with the women's program, goes up to 117, 26, and 17. It's been a fortress for the Vikings. Roeder plays it to the far side to Tidblom. Now with Tomasi, back to Tidblom. 15 minutes gone. This one falls in the box. Deal was running onto it, couldn't get it under his feet. He was also offside as well. Gus Deal looking for a bit of an uncharacteristic goal, it would be. Not a big goal scorer in his time here at Western. Ball over the top. Will go out for a Viking goal kick. Elsewhere in Vikings athletics today, senior night happening at 5 o'clock today in Carver Gym for Viking volleyball. And congratulations to the Vikings women's soccer team winning the GNAC Tournament Championship in Nampa, Idaho with a 1-0 victory over Northwest Nazarene. Goal with 12 minutes remaining from Morgan Monolly secured that well-deserved championship. Been a great season for the Viking women. Dropping only one game in the GNAC this season. Winning that regular season crown and now the tournament championship as well. They're making a good case as to why they may be the best team in the West region. Certainly one of the top teams in the nation in Division II. Good run there from Hutter. Lays it off to Alvin Janssen. Janssen back to Deal now. Back to Ryan Roeder. Long ball over the tops, looking for Eldridge on that left side. Eldridge does get there. Eldridge in the box trying to control it. It's picked up by the goalkeeper. Jeremy Campagnolo to the rescue to grab that one out of the feet of Tegan Eldridge. Two shots apiece for these teams. Neither goalkeeper forced to make a save yet. These squads just feeling out the game, trying to look for their openings. Over the top, looking for Briquet. Takes a deflection. Stays in bounds. And now with MSUB again. Ball over the top's looking for Maxwell. Maxwell heads it back now. Gonzalez gives it back. Back to Ryan Roeder, excuse me. Sends it over the top. Tomasi's making a run. It'll be cleared away there by Collier Thomas. Stamnis. Potter. 27 minutes remaining in this first half. Vikings have had a couple of decent opportunities. Haven't been able to put it on net just yet, though. This one gets into the box. Espinoza with its shot. This one goes over the top as well. Second shot that Johan Espinoza has taken in the box in this first half, both times. Got a little too much under it. Sent it over the top bar. This time it is contained by that back netting, though. Callum Bryan with it, running across midfield. Bryan has options on the left, gives it up to Maxwell. Back alongside. Maxwell looks towards the middle, though. Cut out very well there by Roeder. Roeder now plays it up to Tomasi. Controls it with the chest. Draws the foul as well. He was held onto there by Kolya Thomas. Referee blows a whistle. Not on the field tonight is Andrew Roeder, who's been the second top scorer for the Vikings this season. Put up 4 goals and 5 assists. Second only to Albin Jansson's 7 goals, 5 assists. Johan Espinoza tied for second on that top goals mark for the Vikings with 4. He's had a couple of shots tonight. Stana's battling for that one, but it's won instead by Callum Bryan. Gives it up to Beck. Beck working against Hakamata. Hakamata takes it off him. High press applied here by MSUB, but it will be a throw-in for the Vikings. Johan Espinoza, nice little move to get around his man near midfield. Now looks to spring the attack, gives it up to Tomasi. Tomasi slows it down, now gives it to Jansson. Jansson on the right wing. Looking to cross it in, he does. Far side, looking for Tegan Eldridge, falls to Roeder at the edge of the box. Roeder has a crack at it, it's blocked. Only as far as Mitchell Hutter. Gives it up to Tidblom. 4 shots now for the Vikings in this match. They are applying more pressure than the Yellow Jackets early on. Hasn't manifested itself yet in those real dangerous opportunities on net. With a stifling Vikings defense. Has been showing why it's one of the top in D2 so far. That ball over the top. Tomasi's in space. Goalkeeper comes out, far out of his box, boots it high in the air. Controlled now by Callum Bryan. Bryan lays it off to Maxwell. Maxwell gives it up to Beck on the left side. Good defense there from Hakamata. Goes out for a Yellow Jackets throw, though. Hakamata, the sophomore out of Bothell, part of that next generation of Vikings as we see 8 seniors depart tonight. That one's taken away by Gus Deal. Deal looking to play, and Albin Jansson headed away by the last man back. It was Kolya Thomas. Jansson battling for it at midfield. Ball comes off him in the end, though, for a Yellow Jackets throw. Gives it up to Beck. More good defense from Hakamata, wins the throw. Hakamata, more of a squad rotation player this year, not making consistent starts, but getting consistent minutes. He's had a great start to tonight. Really making an impact in the midfield and in defense. That ball's on the far side, edge of the box for the Yellow Jackets. Booted away there by Tidblom, but only as far as another Yellow Jacket takes a shot and it's blocked at the edge of the box. Espinoza now with it as it bounces out to him. Long through ball, that's going to get to Albin Jansson. Tomasi's in the middle, Albin Jansson, good defense there. Kolya Thomas against the dangerous freshman attacker, Albin Jansson. Riquet lays it off to Beck. Beck gives it back to Briquet. Briquet with the shot. It's in the middle. Goalkeeper's out, but it's cleared away. I believe it was Mitchell Hutter in there, clearing the danger. Maxwell heads it up. Captain to captain. Now falls to Tomasi. Hakamada plays it back to Stams. Long ball. Far switch of play. That might find Tegan Eldridge. Slide, and it will go off. Tegan Eldridge there for a Yellow Jackets throw. Great attempt to switch the play long there, though. Stam's always a danger to send a beautifully weighted pass over the top. We've seen a few times he's played those through balls, finding those running strikers like Andrew Road or Albin Janssen. When you have that kind of pace up front and someone who can perfectly lay that pass in the right area, makes for a dangerous attack, especially on the counter, on the break. Dangerous ball over the top, but it does get to the captain, Maxwell. Hakamada applying pressure to Maxwell, as well as Albin Janssen. MSUB maintains possession, though. Briquet loses it against Mitchell Hutter on the near side. Looks like we're going to have a substitution here. First of the match, it will be for the Vikings. Jar Tidblom's coming out of the game. In comes Jacob Sundberg. Also coming into the game will be Elliot Raines, sophomore out of Olympia, Washington. Lucas Hakamada will be coming off the field. Good first shift for Hakamada, though. Johan Espinoza now. Far side. Finds Sundberg. Sends a ball into the middle. Dangerous. Goes just out. Came off the chest of Maxwell. Goalkeeper Jeremy Campagnolo was rooted to the spot. If that had been just a little bit off and towards the net, it might have gone down as an own goal, but just far left instead, out for a corner. Tegan Eldridge will take that corner. Alessandro Tomasi, tallest player in the box for the Vikings, standing at 6'3", always a danger off these set pieces. Ball comes in from Eldridge, in-swinger, finds the head of Albin Janssen, but he can only direct it out for a goal kick. Ball trickles all the way back to Mitchell Hutter on that back line. Sends it back to the goalkeeper, Locke. Boots it downfield. Under 20 remaining in this first half. The bulk of the good chances with the Vikings so far. 5 Viking shots, 4 for the Yellow Jackets. You've seen Western Washington threatening a lot more often. But now Beck has a little bit of space on the left side to run. In the middle is Maxwell. Beck sends it in. Header is in, off the post, and cleared over the top bar. Jeremy Briquet, hands on the top of his head. He had a golden opportunity there to make it 1-0. Can only put it off that post, though. Brandon Locke thanking his post there. The woodwork saves the Vikings with just under 20 to play. That's the most dangerous opportunity we've seen so far for either side. Off the break, Beck had a lot of space to get that ball in, and Briquet was all alone, just couldn't put it on net. Cross comes in, far side, head on it, Locke has it. Header sent straight at Brandon Locke, who thankfully collects that one without a problem. Eldridge plays Roeder in the middle. Calling for it. On the far side, it's Elliott Rains. Pass is just a bit off, though. Campagnolo controlling it. Now he does pick it up. New side to Thomas. Now to Maxwell. Maxwell pressed by Rains there. Will be a throw in for the Yellow Jackets. That ball's going to trickle all the way back that far right side. High press wins the ball back at midfield as it falls harmlessly to Mitchell Hutter. Stams. Alessandro Tomasi. Slide tackle there. But Tomasi stays on it. Goes up to Sundberg. Jacob Sundberg sends that cross in off to the face of Alessandro Tomasi. Wrong place, wrong time for Tomasi there. Blocks the cross of his own teammate. Yellow Jackets looking to counter here. Good tackle there from Mitchell Hutter, wins it back. Tomasi gives it up to Roeder. Roeder plays in Johan Espinoza. Space on the left side. He is onside. Ball into the middle, cleared out for a corner. See some substitutions now for the Vikings coming into the game. Looks like it'll be Caden Wall alongside Eric Bunnell.
Substitution for the Vikings coming on. Number 6, Caden Wall. Number 5, Ryan Roeder. Number 11, Eric Bunnell. For number 4, Johan.
Ryan Roeder and Johan Espinoza coming off the field. Trio of strikers on the field now for the Vikings, and Tomasi, Bunnell, and Albin Janssen. Ball into the middle, finds the head of Mitchell Hutter. Rose up, had space, just put it far left. Vikings continue to apply pressure here, though. Yellow Jackets have found opportunities on the counterattack, but a lot of that possession has been in favor of the Vikings. Bunnell trying to run onto this one, but it's cleared away by Guillermo Gonzalez. Now with Vogt. Vogt looking to play back on the far side, but it's cleared away. Callum Bryan now. Finds Brian Maxwell. Maxwell lays it off to Beck. Beck, a nice little move to maintain possession. Beck sends it low on the ground into the box, cleared away by Hutter. Only as far as Maxwell. Maxwell has a crack from distance. Locke controls that one. Another save for Brian Locke. Hasn't had a serious challenge yet, but good job controlling these shots from distance. Not allowing a rebound. Stamnis with it now. Ball over the top is looking for Elliott Rains. Elliott Rains takes a shoulder. Gets up without a problem. Throw in Yellow Jackets. Took a hard shoulder there from Collier Thomas. Got right back up to his feet, though. Attempted through ball takes a deflection off a Viking for a throw-in. And it'll be a substitution now for the Yellow Jackets and the Vikings. A lot of changes here in the last few minutes. Coming into the game will be Danny Fazio. Alongside him is Hatcher Manning, the redshirt freshman out of Anchorage, Alaska. Fazio getting some minutes here on senior night. He's been a good player this season for the Vikings, although a lot of his action has come off of the bench. Fazio with an assist in 5 appearances so far this season. If not mistaken, that assist came against SPU here at Harrington Field. So Yellow Jackets now have a free kick in a pretty dangerous position here. Good spot to put a cross into the box. Bit of a false start there, but now the cross does come in. Collected by Locke. Put it too close to the Western goalkeeper. He picks it up easily. Well-paced throw out there. Tries to restart the counterattack, but it's cut out. It'll only be a throw now for the Vikings. Taken by Jacob Sundberg. Booted over the top, looking for Hatcher Manning. Hatcher Manning can't get to it. He'll go for another Western throw. Under 12 remaining in this first half. Manning trying to get to that ball from Fazio. Manning fighting for it. He does get it now. Manning sends a ball low in the box. Cleared away there by Kolya Thomas. Deal. Sundberg in the middle. Finds Fazio. Mitchell Hutter with it. That Viking back line all the way above midfield now. They look to press higher up the field. That leaves them open on the counter, though, as the Yellow Jackets try to counter here. Jeremy Briquet on the left side. Roddy Lewis is in the middle. Cleared away there by Hutter. Dangerous ball. Hutter gets to it, though. On the ball is Ryan Hanley. He earns a throw-in for MSUB. Will be taken by the captain, Brian Maxwell. Maxwell will throw it in now with Thomas. Back to Maxwell. Maxwell sends that cross into the box, headed away. Only as far as Pisicek. Now gives it up. Long, lofted. Half cross, half shot is collected by Locke. That came off the foot of Briquet. No danger in the end. It's the goal of Brandon Locke. Locke, the junior, out of Federal Way, Washington. Locke will be taking over for Patrick Restum after this season. Restum, part of the seniors graduating, as that ball's played through, but cleared away by Thomas. 3 goalkeepers for the Vikings are Brandon Locke, Patrick Restum, and freshman Henry White. White, the Bellingham native. Fighting for it is Deal as well as Elliott Rains. Maxwell trying to control it under pressure. Clearance is blocked, but it will be an MSUB throw. Throw goes back to Caden Wall, lays it off to Deal. Back to Hutter. Long ball over the top, looking for Jacob Sundberg. Sundberg's offside, though. Both teams still looking for that big breakthrough. It's been a somewhat quiet match in this first half. 6 total shots for the Vikings. 9 for MSUB. As Thomas gets to that one. Controls it cleanly. Lays it off to Maxwell. Good pressure there from Fazio, but ball is gotten away. Now trying to run onto it is Ryan Hanley. Can't get to it though. 5 saves from Locke. Most of those have just been simple catches of the ball though. No saves forced out of Yellow Jacket goalkeeper Jeremy Campagnolo just yet. Pressure applied by Sundberg, but working around it is Jack Jarrett. Jarrett running with it down the wing. Plays it off. Now with Bryan. Bryan battling with Deal. It'll be a foul against Callum Bryan there. Quick restart to Caden Wall. Out of Fazio. And the Western Washington is begging for an advantage call on that one. It will be a yellow card against Guillermo Gonzalez, but Danny Fazio had a lot of space to run forward there. Bunnell was with him alongside Hatcher Manning. The Vikings will really want advantage in that situation, but the play is called back for a free kick and a yellow card. Sent into the box. Bunnell trying to get ahead to it. Falls now to Deal. Deal under pressure. Almost gives it up, but gets it back to Stamnis. Dangerous ball there to Locke. Locke controlling it out of his box and boots it downfield. Risky play by Dakota Stamnis alongside Brandon Locke. Pressure was coming from Callan Bryam. Locke had to show off the footwork there to get around Callum Bryan and clear it away to safety. Eldridge cuts that one out and plays it up now. Bunnell looking on the far side for Elliott Rains. Elliott Rains controls it in the corner. Backed up by Fazio. Fazio with it, but he loses it now. Continues to fight for it. Possession's maintained by Callum Bryan though. To Maxwell. Ryan Hanley under pressure there from Dakota Stamnis, so we'll draw a foul. Head referee, Richard Meeks. Yellow card issued to the head coach of Montana State Billings, Aaron Champenoy. Champenoy was giving the business to the head referee. And Richard Meeks puts his foot down, issues a yellow card, as well as a loud verbal warning. Everyone in the building heard that. That one takes a deflection off. The Yellow Jackets attacker goes out for a goal kick for Locke. Locke plays it quickly, but he'll be called back as there will be a substitution. It will be for MSU Billings. Coming out of the game will be Edgar Ramirez, and coming into the game, Trey Dreyer. Dreyer forward, sophomore, native to Billings, Montana. Mitchell Hutter running towards midfield. Plays a ball through, but no one was there. Pressure applied. Possession maintained, though. This is Ryan Hanley with it. Cut out there. Now with Deal. Foul called against MSUB. Be a free kick for the Vikings in their own half. 5 minutes now remain in the first half. You have to say it's been a bit of a tame first half. Had that ball off the post. Long ball over the top. Almost found Fazio. All the way back to Locke. Locke controls it. Lays it over to the co-captain Tegan Eldridge. Eldridge looking for that long ball. It'll earn a throw-in for the Vikings in Yellow Jacket territory. Vikings yet to force a save out of Jeremy Campagnolo. That's not for lack of opportunities either, as they've put the ball in the box and had those shots. A couple for Yohan Espinoza in the box, sailed over the top. Just looking for that final touch, put it on net. Attempted nice little touch there from Hatcher Manning, and now on goals, Hatcher Manning puts it away in the open net. Vikings 1, Yellow Jackets 0. Pressure applied to Campagnolo, and the first shot on goal for the Viking ends up in the back of the net. And it is the red shirt freshman Hatcher.
Goal for the Vikings, number 22, the Alaskan, number 22, Hatcher Manning.
The Alaskan Hatcher Manning.
Fazio.
And Fazio on senior night picks up the assist, his second assist of the season. Vikings were showing the pressure, and that breakthrough finally came. All they need is one shot on goal to take the lead here at Harrington. 1-0 on senior night. Fazio and Manning both applied the pressure to Campagnolo. Campagnolo spilled it, and Hatcher Manning was there to clean up. Ball into the middle, cleared away by Hutter with the head. Now to Caden Wall. Taken off him. Bunnell with it. Bunnell trying to play through Fazio on the far side. Stamps with it. Gives it up to Caden Wall. Gus Deal with it, the all-time leader in starts in WWU history. His 75th start in his career tonight. Someone who started every game of his WWU career. Good touch there by Elliot Rains to bring the ball down. Now lays it off to Hatcher Manning, but he loses it. Now with Callum Bryan. Bryan with it again. Headed away by Sundberg. Fazio wins it back. Caden Wall trying to get it to Sundberg. Sundberg can't keep it in bounds. Throw in MSUB. 2 minutes and change on the clock. Bunnell running after it. Now pressed by Rains. Missed pass there from Brian Maxwell. Gives the ball away. The Vikings on a throw-in. Spin move in the middle now to Brian Maxwell. Another missed pass there, this time by Roddy Lewis. Vikings have a throw again near midfield. Back to Stamnus. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Locke. Vikings slowing play down here after taking the lead.
1 minute remaining in the half.
Another ball over the top, looking for Hatcher Manning. Cleared away outside of the box by Campagnolo. Now with Caden Wall in the midfield. Looking for Rains. Rains can't get to it. Throw in MSUB. Controlled by Fazio. Takes a hit but stays on his feet. Fazio running with it. Around another defender. And draws the foul. Nice little run there from Fazio. Crowd loves it. Danny Fazio always a crowd favorite here at Harrington. Caden Wall stands over this Free kick with under 20 seconds remaining. This will be the last attack for either team. And it's in a good spot to get a cross in. Ball does come in. Headed away towards the corner. And then cleared out, and the clock will tick down on this first half from Harrington Field. The redshirt freshman Hatcher Manning opens the scoring for the Vikings with under 5 remaining in the first half. They go into the break with the advantage over visiting Montana State Billings. We'll be back in just a few minutes here on Viking TV. Welcome back to Harrington Field. I'm Adam Rice on Viking TV. Vikings hold a 1-0 lead at the break. Goal from redshirt freshman Hatcher Manning, his first in the blue and white. Congratulations to Hatcher Manning, the redshirt freshman out of Anchorage, Alaska, picking up a goal in his season debut off the assist from Danny Fazio on senior night. So a couple of good storylines there. Manning picking up his first goal and Fazio picking up his second assist of the season in his last game at Harrington Field. The Vikings hold the advantage going into this second period of play. We saw the Yellow Jackets hit the post in that first half, but altogether, most of their attacks were on the break. Vikings holding a majority of the possession. It's what the Vikings are used to doing here at Harrington, and all season, really, they've been a very strong side that has had a knack for controlling games whistle to whistle. But MSUB looking to answer in this second half in the last game of the GNAC season. Vikings put up 7 shots in that first half. Yellow Jackets put up 9, forced 5 saves out of Western goalkeeper Brandon Locke. None of them too difficult, but still very busy in that first half was Brandon Locke. On the other end, the goal from Hatcher Manning was actually the Vikings' only shot on goal into the empty net after a miscommunication on the back line between the defender and MSU goalkeeper Jeremy Campagnolo. Led to an easy finish for Hatcher Manning. Jacob Sundberg subbed on in that first half, stays on in the second. Got his head to that one, but it's controlled by the Yellow Jackets. Guillermo Gonzalez with it. Pressed there by Fazio. Gets it away though. Pass was a little bit off, but it is collected. Ball over the top. Just looking for Callum Bryan. Bryan with it. 2 defenders on him. It's Eldridge alongside Hakamada. Comes back onto the field. Hakamada started the match and put in a good shift. Playing really good defense and controlling the midfield. Came off about halfway through that first half, and now he's back on the pitch to start the second. Hakamada gets his head on that one. Will be out for a Western throw. Although the Vikings fell just short of their ultimate goal, that GNAC championship, they had great success on the field as well as off the field, as 11 student athletes on this team earned a spot on the 2022 GNAC all-academic team. Hakamada with it in the box, lets it run out for a goal kick. Tegan Eldridge and Gus Deal, the co-captains, headlining those 11 selections. Those 2 players, the first 4-time GNAC Academic All-Stars in program history. Just amazing role model student athletes here, all of their time at Westerns. That one's looking for Bunnell. A little bump in the box from Bunnell. Sends the defender to the ground. No whistle, play on. Just a bit of physical play from Eric Bunnell. Western has placed at least 10 players on the GNAC all-academic team each of the last 6 years. It combines for 71 academic all-conference honors during that stretch that started in 2017. Great look for the team and for the school. Western Washington Athletics, one of the best programs in the GNAC academically as well as in the field of play in all sports. Perennial contenders in volleyball, women's soccer, women's basketball. Really just one of the meccas of Division II sports. So that one goes to Jacob Sundberg. Sundberg running onto it, trying to get into the middle, on the ground. It is in the middle, goes out. Stays inbounds, and now the whistle does blow for the corner kick. Tegan Eldridge will take the corner kick. Mitchell Hutter, center back, always a danger in the air, in the box. Long, lofted ball, looking for Sundberg on the far side. Hakamata, excuse me. Hakamata is able to get out to Caden Wall at the very least. Wall lets it run out for a Vikings throw. Throw and goes now to Bunnell. Now in the box, working with a little bit of space. Sends it into the middle, cleared away. Trying to spring the counterattack are the Yellow Jackets. Running down the middle, Hakamata tracks back and wins it back. Good defense there as Vogt was running down the middle. Vogt now fouls Tegan Eldridge. Eldridge calling for Vogt to get to his feet. Saying Vogt is doing a little bit of theatrics right now. Referee does stop play to take a look at the Vogt on the ground though. One of the good things about this college clock system of ticking down and stopping on the referee's command is that we see a lot less theatrics than you might see in the professional game. See folks go down there clutching the left ankle. Haven't seen that yet tonight. You might see that 10 times in 10 minutes in a Premier League or MLS match. Much less of that here in the collegiate game. Vogt up to his feet now as play will restart on the referee's whistle. And Meek said referee does blow the whistle to restart play now. Hutter lays it off to Deal, gives it back to Hutter now. Hutter long ball over the top. He's looking for Fazio, but it'll run all the way through to Campagnolo, the goalkeeper. Campagnolo still without a save as there's just that one shot on goal. Hatcher Manning that opened the scoring. That's not for the Vikings not trying as they have taken 9 shots. Excuse me, 7 shots for the Vikings. Stamnis. Headed back. Throw in for MSUB deep in Vikings territory. Ball into the middle, cleared away by Eldridge. Now to Fazio. Running down the middle is Hatcher Manning, but Bunnell now with it. Back to Caden Wall. Lays it off to Eldridge. Vikings knock it around the back. Looking for an opening up front. Caden Wall looks upfield, now sends it there. Trying to make the run is Hatcher Manning, but Campagnolo all the way out of his box to make that clearance high up in the air. Seen that out of Campagnolo, not afraid to leave his box, acting as a bit of a sweeper keeper in this match. One of the reasons that these long balls over the top haven't gifted the Vikings a goal just yet. The only goal coming off a miscommunication on the back line between defense and goalkeeper. Credit to Hatcher Manning and Danny Fazio, though, with the high press that led to that mistake. Headed down by Hakamata, now to Deal. Wall gives it back to Mitchell Hutter. Just over 6 minutes played so far, neither team able to grab an advantage in play in the second half. Back and forth stuff so far. Bunnell with it. Bunnell, nice little move to gain some space, top of the box. Thinks about a shot, now he does take the shot, deflects off the back of Collier Thomas. Player goes to ground and it will be a foul called against the Vikings. Exciting day for soccer as we did see the Vikings, as I said, clinch that GNAC Tournament Championship with a 1-0 victory against NNU, and in the professional game, MLS Cup Final taking place today. Thrilling 3-3 and penalty victory for LAFC over the Philadelphia Union. 2 goals scored after the 120th minute in that match. Yellow Jackets now trying to work on the break themselves with Vogt. Vogt working against Mitchell Hutter. It'll go off Hutter and then back off Vogt, and now the head referee will signal for that goal kick there. It's bouncing between Hutter and Vogt, but it did go off Vogt last for that goal kick. As fall turns to winter, soccer season is coming to a close. At least here in the States. Hakamata with it on the right side. Tries to get up to Hatcher Manning. Hatcher Manning, nice little touch, trying to run onto it, showing some real pace here. Hatcher Manning, good slide tackle there. Running up with it is Maxwell. Lays it off now to Briquet. Briquet gives it all the way back. Missed touch there from Kolya Thomas, but it is corralled. That one's taken back by Hakamata. That ball finds a player in some space on the left side. Cleared away by, I believe that's Dakota Stamnus back there, taking no risk, sends it out for a corner. Good crowd on hand today at Harrington Field, as always. Vikings hosting the best attendance numbers in the GNAC, averaging over 200 attendees per match. Adding up over the season, that's over 2,300. Corner on the far side for MSUB. In-swinger comes in. Getting a paw to it is Locke, but on the in-swing that seemed to have gone out on the back line in the air, so it will be a goal kick. Fans in the stands as well as dotting the hills surrounding Harrington Field, cheering on the Vikings and the 8 seniors here playing their last match in the blue and white. Jacob Sundberg throws it into Gus Deal. Tries to get it to Bunnell. Takes a little tip and it now falls down to Manning. Manning back to Sundberg. Back to Deal. Vikings look to maybe cycle it around here to the other side. Hutter looking for options, lays it off instead to Stamnus. Stamnus running with it himself, past midfield. Tegan Eldridge with it. Jacob Sundberg looking to cross it. Gets the cross in, takes a tip in the middle, headed away. And now out of the box. Briquet with it. Okay, the tallest Yellow Jacket in attack at 6'2". Briquet's shot that went off the post in the first half. Headed away by Mitchell Hutter there. Hakamata, now it falls to Briquet. Briquet squares up a shot, sends it way over the top. And that was another ball on the softball field. Espinoza sent one over there in the first half, and now Briquet gives away a souvenir. That'll be another couple substitutions for MSUB first in the second half. Edgar Ramirez alongside Camden Beck entering the field of play. Ramirez and Beck both starters, but making their first appearance now in the second half. Manning lays that off to Sundberg on a nice little touch. Tries to get in the middle for Bunnell. Goes to Fazio instead, who gives it up to Wall. Hakamata's on the far side, Eldridge on the near side, but he gives it to Bunnell down the middle. Bunnell trying to play in Fazio. Fazio controls it. And now it's taken off him. Handball in the middle of the park there from Waldemar Vogt. Vikings see if they want to take this one quickly or try to set something up. It's definitely close enough to try to get a ball over the top. They do take it quickly, though. Side to Caden Wall, now Tegan Eldridge. Sees Sundberg on the left side, but looks towards the middle instead. Now loses it. Taken off from by Koya Thomas. Thomas to Burkay. Burkay working against Hutter. Hutter sprinting after it. Gets there first. Controls it. Very well done by Mitchell Hutter. Jacob Sundberg now. Tries to get to Bunnell. It does slip through. Manning with it. Takes a bit too hard of a touch there after a throw-in. Thomas with it, far side for Maxwell. Maxwell sends it towards the box. Header by Sundberg controls it though and sends it back. Deal springs Hakamata on the right side. He has space to run. Fazio is in the middle. His far side is Caden Wall. That ball is beautifully played to Caden Wall. Wall trying to give it back to Bunnell there. Goes off the defender. Pass from Hakamata was excellently weighted to get to Wall on the far side. Switch the play there. Now with Bunnell. Bunnell in the box. Has a shot wide right. Just didn't have a clean connection with it there. Sends it out for a goal kick. About 15 minutes gone in this second half. Still neither team gaining a distinct advantage in play. It was a relatively even first half as well. Two teams battling it out on the last game day of the GNAC season. And Danny Fazio, after picking up an assist, has a big smile on his face as he exits the field for Albin Janssen. Big round of applause for Fazio in his last game here at Harrington Field, picking up his second assist of the season. And he makes way for freshman phenom Albin Janssen. 7 goals so far this season, leading the Vikings. And when he's on the field, it just completely changes the attacking outlook, as they have always that threat on the long ball, that through ball that Janssen loves to run onto. That one's given to Caden Wall. Janssen already making that run into the middle. He's got a little bit of space. One-on-one. Campagnolo. Brave play there. Goes down and gets it. Albin Janssen immediately causing troubles for that Yellow Jacket back line. Almost paid off with the second goal of the match for the Vikings, but Campagnolo quick to react. Gives it up to Vogt. Vogt in the middle. Far side now. Hakamata in defense. Backed up by Gus Deal. Tackled by Hakamata, sends it out for a throw. Hakamata's been locked down in that corner all night. Not letting any crosses or through balls get by him. MSUB maybe trying to avoid that other side of the field that's usually guarded by Tegan Eldridge, who's just so tough to get by in attack, but Hakamata on the other side has also been a brick wall. Free kick a little into Viking territory. Long over the top from Locke. Had to be headed away there by Campagnolo. Another play out of the box by Campagnolo. He's played almost more of an outfield role tonight. Doing more with the head and the feet than he has with his hands. Dill without a mistake in that sweeper-keeper roll, though. Only mistake happened within the box, leading to that first goal. Out of Stamnus. Stamnus looking for Manning. Finds him. Plays it off to Hakamata, who'll play it back now. Vikings patient as always in attack. Not one to rush it. Bunnell looking for Manning to run through here. Campagnolo's out again. Able to knock it away, but not control it, but it is cleared. Bunnell gives it back to Hakamata. Hakamata trying to run down the wing. Just loses it under his feet and taken back. Nice little touch there. And now Yellow Jackets are on the attack. Vogt with it. Great defense by Mitchell Hutter. It was Jeremy Briquet with a great little touch to give himself room to run, but was cut out by Mitchell Hutter on the resulting pass. Wafted into the box. Briquet is there. Header is near the goal, but not on goal. And Locke collects easily. Long throw from Locke. That's a beautiful throw from Locke as it springs Albin Janssen down the left side. In the middle is Bunnell. Albin Janssen working with it himself. Left to right. Takes a shot. It's in! What a goal from Albin Janssen. Oh, my goodness. And the assist to the goalkeeper, Brandon Locke. You cannot do it any better than that. Brandon Locke hucks it upfield down the left side. Albin Janssen runs after it, weaves left to right, takes a shot, curls it into that right side netting. The junior out of Federal Way, Washington, picks up an assist all the way from the box. MSUB wanted advantage there, but it was called back instead. Vikings now leading 2-0. Campagnolo still without a save. 2 shots on goal, 2 goals for the Vikings. First one was a little bit of just a mishap in the box leading to an empty net, but that second goal is as good as it gets. Albin Janssen immediate and impact off the bench in the second half. Locke goes up and grabs that one. Attacker got a little too close to him. A foul will be called as well. Locke was controlling his box there, though. For a good of a goal that was from Albin Janssen, a few players on that Vikings squad looked immediately to Brandon Locke after it scored. Went over to celebrate with him instead. I tell you, he must have thrown that ball 40 yards upfield, right onto the foot of Janssen. Header on by Sundberg's a good one up to Janssen. Janssen trying to control it, but it's taken off him there by the defense of the Yellow Jackets. It was Guillermo Gonzalez playing good defense. Clears it away for a Vikings throw. Deal to Sundberg, now to Eldridge, back to Deal. For Albin Janssen, his 8th goal of the season. Danger is there. Pressure was being applied by Manning, but Campagnolo does control it. Janssen already leading the GNAC in scoring, as that is his 20th point on the season. Those who don't know, it's 3 points for a goal and 1 for an assist. Already led the GNAC, now he extends that lead. He has been the biggest impact player in the conference on the attack in his freshman season. Future is bright for Albin Janssen in blue and white. Gives it up now to Gus Deal, playing through Janssen. Janssen, flag is up, offside. The captain, Brian Maxwell, on the ball for the Yellow Jackets, lays it off down the middle. Bunnell playing some defense there, but it is maintained by Maxwell. Defense there from Eldridge, clears it back. Only as far as Guillermo Gonzalez, though. Gonzalez plays the ball over the top. Stamnis gets ahead to it. Falls to Caden Wall. Ball over the middle. Janssen running onto it again. Campagnano way out of goal. Boots it downfield. Bunnell with it. Nice little touch by Eric Bunnell. Bunnell running with it. Now turns towards the middle. Looks towards goal. Tries to get it to Janssen. Janssen's offside again. And it seemed like Albin Janssen knew that he was in an offside position there. He kind of slowed up as the ball came to him, but did end up taking a touch on it. Flag went up. Sliding tackle there from Gus Deal. Wins it back near the midfield. Taken by Manning, who plays it back to Dakota Stamnis instead of playing it up. Western will build from the back again. Hutter long ball looking for Jacob Sundberg on the left side. It finds him. Sundberg up to Janssen. Janssen loses it. Taken off him by Vladimir Folks. Voldemort Vogt has been one of the more involved players for the Yellow Jackets in this second half, both on attack and defense, covering both sides of the field. Manning and Janssen both applying pressure there, almost taken off him. Bunnell now does get another touch to it. His high press is keeping the MSUB back line on their toes. About 21 minutes remain here in the last match of the GNAC season here at Harrington. Vikings 2, MSUB 0. It's been just a story of clinical attack from the Vikings, as both of their shots on goal have been in the goal. For the Yellow Jackets, they played one off the post, but the rest of their shots have been harmlessly fluttering into the hands of Locke. Free kick now, and it looks like MSUB will want to put it straight to the box. It's a little bit short, though, and Eldridge gets ahead to it. Now headed back into the box. Shot is taken wide left. That was Vogt again, getting his foot behind it, but he was turning around. Not the greatest position to take a shot. It did not end up anywhere near the goal. Now a couple more substitution for the Vikings. Manning, the goal scorer in his debut, comes out, replaced by the veteran Alessandro Tomasi. So the freshman gives way to the veteran. Johan Espinoza, another senior, coming back onto the pitch as well. Eric Bunnell gives way. Tomasi and Espinoza, the two top-scoring seniors on this squad. Started the game, came out about halfway through that first half, now reappearing for the Vikings. Now MSUB will make a substitution. Roddy Lewis comes back into the match. Will replace Pascal Pisarek. Eldridge will take the throw in here. Gives it up now to Jacob Sundberg. Throws it up to Alessandro Tomasi, who's fouled there. Hands in the back from Matthew Wilkinson draw the foul. Play over by Espinoza to Deal. Hakamada on the right side. That ball goes over the top, looking for Tomasi, though. Sliding tackle taken by Albin Janssen. The chip just got a paw to it. Did Campagnolo. Great reaction save from Campagnolo. His first save of the match. Albin Janssen wanted to loft that one over him for their second goal of the half. Early cross sent in. Falls short. Callum Bryan with it. Half shot, half cross, collected by Locke. Eldridge controls it, sends the ball up. Albin Janssen wasn't making the run, though. Janssen now applying pressure to Guillermo Gonzalez in his own corner. Gonzalez turns around, now sends it up, and it's cut out easily by Caden Wall, but now it's taken off him strongly by Callum Bryan. Hutter clears it away for a Yellow Jackets throw. Under 20 remaining. Johan Espinoza applying pressure. Gets a touch to it, tries to run after it. Just a bit too far. Throw in. That was picked up by Jacob Sundberg and booted high up in the air. Caden Wall gets ahead to it. Albin Janssen to Espinoza. Espinoza can't control it. A long shot over the top. Jeremy Briquet was trying to catch Locke off his line. Ended up nowhere near the goal, though.
Substitution for the Vikings coming back on number 23,
Elliot Rains and Ryan Roeder will return. Giving way will be Lucas Hakamada as well as Caden Wall.
Number 6, Caden Wall. Number 8, Jacob Sundberg.
Wrong. .50-50 ball in the middle of the pitch. It's won by Callum Bryan. Bryan to Maxwell. Maxwell running with it. Far side. Ball comes into the box. Up for the header. And collected there and spilled and then collected again by Locke. Strong hands from Brandon Locke. Header came in from Jeremy Briquet. Okay, the 6'2 junior. Transfer from Dodge City Community College, native of France. Got ahead to it, but it was just a lofted ball. Locke was able to easily pick it up, and now Tegan Eldridge running with it. Cuts it towards the middle. Tried to get it off to Alessandro Tomasi, but taken away by the defense. Espinoza with it on the right side, plays a ball in over the top. Going up to take a swat at it was Campagnano. Looked like he just got a piece of it. Not sure if that ball was headed towards the net. Campagnano wasn't taking any chances, though. Throwing on the near side now. Tegan Eldridge throws it in to Tidblom. Looks like that ball crossed the line, though. Be a throw in for the Yellow Jackets. Hutter plays it back to the goalkeeper, who boots it downfield. Tomasi picks it up off the header from Eldridge. Tomasi in the box. Takes a shot wide left off the side netting. high press from Espinoza. Janssen is causing some problems for this back line of MSUB. They're not really able to have succinct possession back there and try to build from the back as the Vikings are able to so often, as that ball tries to find Beck and goes out for a throw in. See that high press not only from the Viking men but women as well, just really constricting the play of opposition teams whenever they come here to Harrington, having a lot of trouble maintaining possession. Nice little dummy there from Tomasi, and now plays through. Janssen again for his second. He does! Albin Janssen cannot be stopped. He picks up his second goal of the night, his 9th of the season. It was a nice dummy off the throw from Alessandro Tomasi and a beautifully weighted through ball for Albin Janssen, and he coolly slots it away.
Goal number 3 for the
Vikings 3, Yellow Jackets nothing. What a performance tonight on senior night. And another senior picking up an assist in Alessandro Tomasi. You'll love to see that. Vikings pass assisting to the Vikings future. Yellow Jackets trying to spring an attack quickly off the kickoff, but it has been all Vikings. Long shots, nowhere close. And Albin Janssen just continues to pile it on. In his freshman season, he has been the most clinical striker in the GNAC. This season, Janssen is converting about half of his shots on goal into goals. When you give him a chance, he rarely misses. And you almost knew as soon as that ball went through to him that he was finishing it off. Ball on the right side, looking for Bouquet, but Tegan Eldridge gets a foot to it, sends it out for a throw-in near that corner flag. Throw-in will be taken by Matthew Wilkinson. Setting up perhaps a long throw here as players converge in the box. Throws a little bit short, though. Headed away by Tidblom. Tomasi, another nice dummy, gets himself some space. Looking to run. Janssen on the far side. Beautiful pass from Tomasi. Finds Janssen, just can't control it. Now he does. Plays a ball in. Taken away by the goalkeeper, Campagnolo. Albin Janssen just couldn't control that pass from Alessandro Tomasi. Janssen on a hat trick, had a real chance to convert his 3rd of the night there. You got to give credit to Alessandro Tomasi, who's been really dangerous in the attack in this second half. Really elusive on and off the ball, creating opportunities. Tomasi's assist on that 3rd goal went down as his first assist of the season. Usually playing as more of a end to these attacks, but tonight he's providing. Picked off by Dakota Stamnus. Gives it up to Deal. Tomasi plays it to Janssen. Making the run down that right side. Early cross comes in. Tomasi's in the middle. Ball won't get to him, though. Little miscommunication in the middle of the park. It's taken back by the Vikings. Tegan Eldridge wish it now. Tried to play through Espinoza. Took a touch off Tomasi, though. And under 10 minutes remain in this 2022 GNAC season. And under 10 minutes remain in the Harrington Field careers of 8 of these seniors for the Vikings. But what a way to go out tonight as the Vikings lead 3-0 over MSUB. Maxwell on attack. Cross comes in. Briquet gets ahead to it. Picked up easily, though, by Locke. Second time we've seen Briquet get the header in the box, just with not a lot of pace to it. No trouble for Brandon Locke. Locke hasn't had to make what you'd maybe consider a difficult save yet. Beautiful little turn there by Gus Deal. Draws the foul. But Locke has had very steady hands, good control of his area. Long ball by Mitchell Hutter. Maybe a bit optimistic there from beyond the halfway line, trying to catch Campagnolo off his line. Press from the Vikings again, but the foul is called on Gus Deal. Free kick's taken quickly after Briquet. Blocked in the middle of the park by Roeder. Tegan Eldridge controls it with the head. Pass is just a little bit off. He was looking for Tomasi. Callum Bryan cut out there by Rains. And now goes back to Roeder. Gus Deal. Captain to captain, now to Eldridge. Janssen trying to lay it off to Eldridge. Crowd wants Eldridge to take a shot himself. Pick up a goal here on senior night. We've seen a lot of seniors getting on the score sheet in the assist column, but the goals have come from two freshmen, excuse me. All 3 goals coming from 2 freshmen, and Albin Janssen with a brace and Manning with a debut goal of his own. Long ball over the top, looking for Rains. Finds Rains. Rains working against the captain, Maxwell. Cuts it back to Johan Espinoza. Espinoza sends it into the box. A little bit of pinball, but it ends up in the hands of Campagnolo. Under 7 remaining. Briquet with it. Plays a ball through the top side. Ball played back now. Pisarek with it. Pisarek cuts it back. Can't cut it back twice, though, as Rains was there. Snuff out the danger. We'll see a substitution for the Yellow Jackets now. Caleb Moore will come into the game. Valdemar Folk coming out. Ball sent into the box. Far side. Shot is down. Collected by Locke again. Another low roller that Locke picks up. Wilkinson had an option in the middle of the box, but sent it more near the net instead, and easily picked up by Locke. Through ball, Tomasi running after it. Tomasi, strong shoulder. Ball goes out for a Yellow Jackets throw in, though. Over the top, looking for more. In the middle, Locke under pressure, boots it away, clears the danger. No hesitation from Brandon Locke. How about the game from Brandon Locke today? Not the usual starter this season. Patrick Reston has been the man between the sticks for the Vikings most of the season, but Brandon Locke coming into today, making 6 saves and throwing an assist in there as well. Making a great impression. Ball's taken by Roeder. Now with Janssen, under 5 to play. Roeder again. Through to Janssen again. Janssen on a hat trick. Round the keeper, takes the shot. Side netting and out. Albin Janssen just a couple feet away from a hat trick on senior night. He has just been on fire in this second half. Has 2 goals. Could have up to 4 though. Johan Espinoza finds Roeder in the middle. Roeder looking ahead, gets it to Eldridge. Eldridge trying to run onto it, but it's going to be foot race won there by Guillermo Gonzalez. Roeder battling forward. Nice little nutmeg there from Roeder. Crowd loves it. Over to Espinoza. Far side, Elliot Rains. Rains in the middle. Picked up by Campagnolo. Running the other way now are the Yellow Jackets trying to counter. Stamnus cuts that out though. Lofted balls taken over easily by Gus Deal. Tomasi controls it all alone at the top. Tomasi has a chance to run, though, at the last defender. Cuts it right. Cuts it back to the left, and it's taken off him there. 3 defenders around him. Tomasi trying to do it all himself. Tidblom gets ahead to that one. Goes out for a throw-in, under 2 remaining. Been a dominant performance for the Vikings. I'm not sure if it's 3 shots on goal or 4. All I know is the Vikings have converted tonight. Only 1 save from Campagnolo, the MSUB goalkeeper. That's just because the shots the Vikings have put on, there's been no stopping them. And coming off the field will be Albin Janssen. And coming on. And Patrick Restum, wearing the number 10 shirt, is playing outfield out there. He's playing up top. The goalkeeper in unfamiliar waters for the last 2 minutes of this match. Ball over the top. They're trying to find Restum. Eldridge. Restum up top. Eldridge running with it. Eldridge looking towards the middle. On the line. And just out for a goal kick. We've already seen a goalkeeper with an assist in this match. Patrick Restum's out on the field trying to have a goalkeeper goal. The senior out of Okemos, Michigan. He's had such a great season between the sticks. Trying to do some damage on the other end. "30 seconds remain in this one. At this point, it'll be a victory march for the Vikings. Last looks for MSUB as 10 seconds remain in the season. Ball played in. Top corner of the box with Beck. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Last shot will not be in time as the Western Washington Vikings finish off the 2022 GNAC season with a 3-0 victory over MSUB on senior night. What a performance tonight from the Vikings. A brace from Albin Janssen brings his season total to a final 9 goals. A great performance in net by Brandon Locke. fuel the Vikings to a dominant 3-0 victory. Congratulations once again to the 8 members of the Vikings senior class: Johan Espinoza, Gus Deal, Dakota Stamnus, Elliot Rains, Alessandro Tomasi, Danny Fazio, Tegan Eldridge, and Patrick Restum. They've all worn the blue and white proudly, given it a good name. And for me, Adam Race on Viking TV, it's been an honor to commentate this season for the Viking men and the Viking women. Keep an eye on the standings for the Vikings if they might get an at-large bid to the West Regional. But for now, the Vikings will enjoy this win, enjoy this night, as it is a great 3-0 victory for the Vikings. And from Viking TV, I'm Adam Race signing off. Good night, and Sko Vikes!